on the steering wheel of your life. If God's going to be in control of your life, you've got to what? Yeah, you can't let God control your life and still want to have your hands on the steering wheel. No, I want to drive, thank you very much. That's what that means when it says cease striving. Yesterday, someone sent me an email with the difference between a dog and a cat. Now, I read the same email 4 years ago. In fact, I shared it with you from the pulpit in the sanctuary 4 years ago. But when I read it, it was just as funny the second time as it was 4 years ago. These are journal entries from a cat and a dog. This is the dog. 8 a.m., dog food, my favorite thing. 9:30, a car ride, my favorite thing. 10:30, a walk in the park, my favorite thing. 12, lunch, my favorite thing. 3 o'clock, wag my tail, my favorite thing. 5 o'clock, milk bones, my favorite thing. 11, sleeping on the bed, my favorite thing. That was the journal entry from a dog. Now this is a journal entry from a cat. Day 983 of captivity. My captors continue to taunt me with bizarre little dangling objects. They dine lavishly on fresh meat, while the other inmates and I are fed hash or some sort of dry nuggets. The only thing that keeps me going is my dream of escape. In an attempt to discuss them, I once again vomit on the carpet. Today, I decapitated a mouse and I dropped it headless body at the feet. I'd hoped that it would strike fear in them, but instead, they just made condescending comments about what a good little hunter I was. Losers. Now, let's just be honest. Some of us are more like cats than dogs, right? We don't go through life with contentment, thanking God gratefully for each moment, thanking God that the rain does fall on the just and the unjust, because sometimes we are unjust and not just. No, we're like the cat that's never content, always in turmoil, always wanting more and more. We don't cease striving to know that He is God. Now there's one more verse that I would like to share with you this morning that helps me as I learn to cast my cares upon the Lord. It's Hebrews 6:19. I love this verse. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. Now we've been teaching in the last couple of weeks that fear can be an anchor, right? It holds us back. Remember we said last week, it's like a tether. It keeps us from soaring and being all that God wants us to be because of fear. Now, this is a better type of anchor to have in our lives. It's the anchor of knowing that the love of God, the purposes of God, and the plans of God will always hold. It will never fail. Do you realize how important an anchor is? I'll never forget the one and only time that I went scuba diving at night. And we were anchored up. And when I got out of the water, which could not come soon enough, I thanked God that the anchor held and that the boat was still there and that I could get out of the water and into the boat. You see, anchor can be a negative term, but the word anchor can be a positive term. And let me see if I can unpack this a little bit. This metaphor is conveying that no matter how chaotic our world gets, no matter how crazy the circumstances in our individual lives, no matter who disappoints you or betrays you or leaves you, no matter what the economy does, no matter who gets elected president in November, there is one thing in life that you can count on all day long and through the deepest night of the soul, and that is if you're in a right relationship with God and you have full faith in Him, He is your anchor, and that anchor is going to hold.